Okay, so I'm John Norton, and I'm here with my friend Robert Medina, and we're involved in a project together. So basically, these short films are kind of like the films you would see in the 1950s, 1960s. A little campy, but they're fun, and they deal with all sorts of topics: science fiction, horror, fantasy, and definitely comedy. I play the role of Mr. Boggle, and Mr. Boggle is a very mysterious man, businessman, involved with beings from another world. Robert plays Jim, the comic book guy, and Jim is definitely one of those people who believe in aliens, and one of those people who call those talk shows at 3 in the morning. We made a short film last year called Inheritance, and Inheritance starred a friend of mine, James Lorge, who played a young man who received an inheritance from his uncle of gaming materials, Witches and Goblins. And Witches and Goblins is based, of course, on the famous role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons, which, I played, for years growing up. And, well, anyway, basically, James's character just can't get, rid of them, but Mr. Boggle will buy them. But Mr. Boggle has an ulterior motive. These materials are important to these residents of another planet. Kind of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show in a way, I guess. And then my friend Robert Medina plays Jim, the comic book guy, and the scene in Inheritance with him and James is hilarious, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I have. And Robert also plays the role of the Inspector. And to me, the Inspector is a lot like Rod Serling from The Twilight Zone. The black suit, the black tie. Kind of like, the narrator, the overseer, the one who sees everything. Kind of untouchable. Kind of someone that we believe in. Who'll guide us through this crazy, mysterious universe. So I hope you enjoy The Inheritance, as well as our other short films we're going to make. And, I hope they bring you back to another time that I certainly enjoyed growing up, watching all these things. And, okay.
Hey Sean, it's Vince. Look, my uncle left me these role-playing books from like 30 years ago. You think they might be worth something?
Role-playing books? Like, Goblin and Witches? Oh, yeah. Well, you might want to try out this guy, Jim. I've done with him on eBay. Jim's Comics and Collectibles. Might get something for them from him.
Alright, I'll check him out. Thanks.
Alright, talk to you later.
Alright, bye. Hello, Jim.
This is he.
My name is Vince. I'm just calling. My uncle left me some old role-playing books, and they're from like 30 years ago. I was wondering, would you be interested in buying them, or?
Oh, cool. You mean like Goblins and Witches?
That's actually exactly what they are.
I played that as a kid. I was a level 40 necromancer, man. Level 40.
Okay. So they're worth a lot?
They're priceless, dude. Priceless.
So what about $2,000 for all of them?
I don't have that kind of cash. $2,000. They're priceless, but I mean, I can only give you maybe like $100 for the whole thing.
Well, they're priceless. You just said they're priceless. How? You're gonna give me $100?
Listen up here, brother. Okay, I run a business, and if I give you that kind of money, how am I going to maintain any kind of profit margin? I really want them, and I can't wait to start playing again.
I think I'm gonna go somewhere else.
I'm going to use my necromancer spells on you, then my +8 sword. Do you understand what that means? I have a +8 sword, man. Your character is slain. Game over.
Hey, Sean.
Hello?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Vince, how'd it go?
It went nowhere. That guy's crazy. What am I gonna do with this stuff?
Well, hey, Vince, hold on a second, okay? Alright, okay, Vince, here we go. Mr. Boggle, collector of rare books and items. 47 Raven Road. He is a serious collector of old books, and he's a friend of mine. Talk to him, okay? He usually pays top dollar for rare or out-of-print books like the ones that your uncle left here.
Alright, I'll go see him now.
Okay, good luck, Vince. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
So thank you again for inviting me to your home. It's nice to sit down here. You have a pleasant place here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Sean sent me over to you. I wanted to sell my uncle's old books that you have in your hand.
Yes, Sean is a very good friend and young patron of our museum. Let me see what you have here. You have some nice things. Well, Vince, believe it or not, these books are quite valuable.
That's what Jim was saying.
Oh, yes, Jim. I know him. All about his +8 swords carrying on with dragons. You have to understand he has some issues. All right. I don't deal with cash. That's how I am. I deal with trade, and I have something here that I would like to trade you for, these wonderful books. And it is this wonderful necklace.
A toy necklace?
That necklace is... I will have my secretary draw up a letter of authenticity for you. Also, in this box is the name of the local jeweler. I'm sure that you know him well. He will be able to compensate you for this piece.
Yeah, I know where he is.
Do we have a deal?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, Vince, it's been a real pleasure, and I will see you soon, I hope.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Look, can I talk to Sam? I'd like to speak to him about that new Audi.
Yes, Cheryl. I have the materials. The young man exchanged them for the necklace. Stop complaining. We needed the books. Open the portal to Our Lady. Do it now, Cheryl. Merci beaucoup, madame. Au revoir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Inspector Numark, and I'm here to discuss the events concerning the exchange of role-playing books and a rare necklace. The role-playing books that Vince exchanged for this necklace are not in evidence. Evidently, the cash amount the young man received was quite high. He was able to buy a brand new Audi and even a penthouse in an unidentified location in Manhattan. Now the necklace is quite rare, made with stones that are not of this earth. Our team has been investigating various sources as to where the stones originate from. So far, we've had no success. Did they come from another dimension? What solar system could they have originated from? What skilled craftsman created this exquisite necklace? These and more questions need to be answered soon. Mr. Boggle could not be reached for questioning by this office. Where did he go? So many questions and non-answered. Well, viewers, tune in next time to our program. We might have some more answers then. Good night and safe travels.
So what you're about to see next is a monologue. It's Mr. Boggle talking to Cheryl, and he's just had it with her and Elvira. Now, just to give you a little background, Mr. Boggle is a businessman, and he deals with people, creatures, whatever you want to call them, from another planet. And Cheryl is his personal assistant and just drives him totally crazy. Elvira is an office manager, and she also is knowledgeable in ancient languages and alien languages, and she's very necessary for their business. But again, like Cheryl, she just drives him bonkers. So this situation deals with a vampire that's escaped from his coffin, and I hope you enjoy it. Yes, hello, Cheryl? It's Mr. Boggle. Hello, Cheryl, how are you? How are things going? You sound upset. What's happening? Really? Donuts? Okay, let's hear this one. Cheryl, no. 2 boxes, maximum. 3, 4... No. What are you doing all day, you and my staff? Eating donuts? There's no work being produced. 2 boxes, and that's it, per day. You're lucky you're getting that. Okay, accounting will handle it. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, fine. Now, let's continue with business. Has Elvira began the translation of the documents? What is she doing, Cheryl? Eating donuts? I see. She had better start that translation, or she's going to be... What's happening? Why is there all that screaming? What? She's been bitten by the vampire? That's impossible. That vampire is secured in a coffin. Why did she open it? She wanted to see what he looked like, really? Okay, well then she deserves to have been bitten. Fine, listen to me, calm down. You have the holy symbol. It will protect you. Okay, call security, alert security, and call Father Terrence. Do that now. Can't do anything without me in that department. Okay, good. Security's on its way. Excellent. What about Father Terrence? He's coming. Good. Father Terrence will take care of Elvira. I know why she's screaming. Don't be afraid of the vampire. You have the holy symbol. All right, fine. Security's arrived. They restrained the vampire. So that was easy. The vampire is 400 years old, but it's not one of those ancient ones. Please, if we had an ancient one, no comment. I don't even want to begin that conversation with you. Okay, so good. The vampire has been contained in the coffin. Will you please tell her to stop all that screaming? Yes, I know she's been bitten. Listen, Cheryl, if I was bitten there too, I would be screaming, but seriously. Father Terrence will cure her. She's not going to turn into a vampire. It's not one of the... it's not a zombie we're talking about. Those old legends are true. 3 days, believe me, she's just been bitten, she'll be cured. You need to have more faith. Father Terrence is a powerful cleric, priest, whatever. Yes, I understand. Now, you need to understand. Good, okay. Well, Father Terrence will take care of her. All right. She stops screaming. Father Terrence is there. See, I told you. O ye of little faith. Now, Cheryl, let's have a serious conversation. I need this translation. I know she's just been bitten. I'm not saying to talk to her now. Talk to her later. Okay, Cheryl. Now, about this evening. You are going to attend the Countess's dinner by yourself. I'm not going. I'm tired of these affairs. I'm tired of all that fancy food. Listen, I'm a simple person. I just want a burger and french fries. That's it. I'm going out myself. I don't want any company from anyone. Yes, I understand. Well, you can go. I don't need to go. You go. All right. Wear that nice black dress with the sequins. You gave it to the thrift store because you didn't like it. Fine. What are you going to wear? A pink dress with bows with a matching purse and shoes. Are you going to the Countess's dinner or are you going to the senior prom circa 1988? Don't get sassy with me. My look? I have a look. No, you are... Excuse me? I have a look. Boggle, love. 100%. You keep your 1988 prom dress. You'll be the hit of the party. The 80s came back, what, like 5-6 years ago? No, I'm not upset, Cheryl. Listen, I'm sure you'll be the life of the party. Maybe they'll play some Debbie Gibson for you to dance to. No, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just, you know, I like Debbie Gibson. Deborah, get whatever her name is. I understand. You know what? I'm not going to justify growing up in the 1980s. This is not the discussion I wish to have as your boss. Enjoy the dinner. Now, another thing, while I have you on the phone, and this is important, what about this inspector? What are we going to do about him? No one is able to trace him or find him. Who does he work for? I don't want him in our business. Listen to me. Our Lady will protect us. You know this. Don't worry about that. That's for me to worry about. And she better get started on that translation, speaking of Elvira. I want it done by, what is today? Wednesday? Friday, the latest. Translation on my desk, in English. The Queen's English. I see. What are you saying about... You know something? You're lucky that you are my personal assistant. Okay, well, you enjoy yourself tonight, and my phone will be off. I want privacy. Complete. I've had a long week, especially dealing with that young man and his inheritance. Okay, what a headache that was. Attitude, and you know what? He got his car. I'm happy for him. Him, Supra, Super, whatever you call it. I know nothing about cars. I grew up in a limo. Don't say anything about my mother. Okay, my mother was a good woman. I will talk to you later. Goodbye. And this inspector better stay out of my business. I don't recognize the number. Hello? Yes, this is he. I don't know that name. He left me his collection of goblins and witches materials? Specifically my name. I see. And you are? Okay, you're his brother. He's gone missing. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. Interesting. Well, I could send someone... No, I'd rather come myself. Correction. However, I'm in the middle of having dinner, so... Are you going to be there? About 8 o'clock. Sounds good. Okay. Yes, give me the address. I'll remember it. I have a good memory. Believe me. Okay. I know where that is. I'll see you then. Okay. Well, I wonder what this is all about. Yes, hello. This is Mr. Boggle. How are you? Good. Could you have my usual order ready? Yes, cheeseburger deluxe, french fries, onion rings, large, yes, extra large soda, Coke. Very good. Okay. And it will be delivered in 20 minutes. Excellent. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Finally, a chance to rest. An inspector, though, is still on my mind. Something must be done. So, what we just filmed was Mr. Boggle and the events that occur between the inheritance and the next project we're going to work on. Tentatively titled The Curious Disappearance of a Fast Food Employee. Working title. Definitely Mr. Boggle will return, Cheryl and Elvira behind the scenes, our friend Jim, the comic book guy, and of course the inspector, and definitely a new character who, well, you'll see what happens in the next feature. And also, definitely some sort of alien. And, well, you'll have to stay tuned for our next feature. Okay.